stable position where Farley knows that just a single frag will seal the deal. Heroic will let Godsent have a third, but let's not forget Godsent ideally would like to win all 6 rounds at this point.
All right, this is the wall of smokes. I think somebody just wasn't throwing one of the smokes all in all. Great shot from Zen.
Might just go for more as a spray through the smoke would really help them out, but apparently Godsent don't want to reveal their positions. This is one thing about this wall of smokes, is that it makes it so risky to spray through because the player next to Mini can just pop right out and peekaboo you down. So I guess that is one small advantage that you have with these as well.
They've called the same thing here from Heroic, just faster. To make sure that they make use of the wall of smokes a little bit quicker, and that means that Csgo cannot get that forward position. It doesn't matter though. He gets the kill anyway, even though BO3 seemed to get the drop on him, getting away with 40 HP, and Heroic have cancelled here. They're doubling back, trying to take control where they can, but they're losing a lot of these fights. Long-range spray from Nico. Zen should be able to trade. No, Nico actually dodging that one too. So a lot more competitive. And oh dear.
Sounds actually made it very competitive. It's a 2v2 all over again. They've got a bomb, they've got a Molotov as well. Molly will clear out heaven, but Farley on the one angle they didn't quite check is able to get the quick kill. Nico in hot pursuit of the Vents players, unable to connect, and Heroic, although they make it close and competitive, will still allow Godsent the fourth. Now Godsent over here, I like how Zen's playing on outside. He's been significantly more impactful in the past few rounds, but you do expect to see Heroic now maybe go for a bit of an adjustment. And this is where what I'm more curious about is, do Godsent maybe try and get a bit aggressive into lobby, into ramp, get a bit more control and have Zen play more passively, because they're definitely going to ramp this round. And Stiko's ready to intercept, but can't quite get any kills off the back of it.
Yeah, wrapping towards hell. They're trying to pressure this up out of Farlig's hands. Switching to the USP, very good decision to make, and eventually Stalm will get his hands on that coveted AWP and finds a secondary frag as well off the back of it. Godsent need to be very careful this doesn't start to snowball out of control, because Stalm is really hunting for frags here. So it'll be a timing game. Martin still so concerned about a Vents dive, a flank at that. Not sure that they spotted all of the players here from Heroic. And you can see they're turtling. They're holding on to a little information they have.
Yeah, this is going to be really important for them as well, because it's not just holding on to information, it's holding on to weaponry. Caden picks up that gun. 45 seconds as well. Losing this many players early on, that is criminal. And now in a 2 versus 2, Crystal's positioning. Well, he's not checking for heaven, and right as he does, he sees the head. The timing works in his favor, but it doesn't guarantee them the round even now. Stown proceeds forward, and he gets the shot, pulls out the Glock, will be able to continue the kill as well. Bomb can be planted, but will it be so? Stown instead, perhaps just expecting Crystal to rotate in. But with 10 seconds on the clock, he knows it is his prerogative to make a move. Crystal, here's the bomb being planted, and in he drops down. Will back off immediately, play around the double doors, and he will have the shot. Beautiful stuff, as he is just impeccable in that round. 4 kills to his name, and every single one of them a beauty.
And it is an eco. No armor brought up around the pistols in from Heroic, and Stown does it all. You can see how hungry he was for that round as well. As soon as he gets his hands on the AWP, he doesn't stop moving, trying to track down Godsent players. And you can see what it's done to that CT side economy. SMGs and Deegs to try and contain Heroic at 7.
And let's not forget, containing Heroic at 7 might not be enough anyway. Their CT side hasn't even begun yet. This is a terrorist side that is just taking over. Perfectly so. Godsent. They've got Zen on outside, who's found a lot of success, but with the MP9, not the most favored weapon. Heroic are setting up for an outside take as well, so Zen's about to be as tested as can be. And the question then comes in, are they going to be throwing flashes over to try and get him aggressive, or are they just going to turtle up? The utility being as low as it is means that the former is even risky, and as they drop down and take full control, there's no one to contest at all beyond just sprays through smokes and Stown. takes away Crystal's life. Now they're trying to get aggressive inside the lobby, but there's no one to find. Godsent at every single step of the way are being read.
Oh.
They're being found. They're being decimated. No map control. Not even sightlines on their opponents most of the time. And how are they going to really recover this? Nico creeps in. Smoke is there.
Bomb site's free.
Yeah, that's the problem. This is worst possible scenario. Martin gets one short, but it will not matter.
Yeah, and you just have to save here if you're Martin. Every reaction that Godsent were trying to go for, given how much space that they were losing outside, and the unwillingness to take that fight at long range, given that they have MP9s primarily, you can understand the decision-making there from Godsent. But losing weapons here for Heroic does have its implications. Of course, they're trying to get this AK out of Martin's hands, but overcommitting to this can be dangerous, but only losing the couple of players. Yeah, Godsent just have no real control, and so they have to fight for lobby instead because the MP9 better at those angles. You can get the Deke to be a lot more effective, treating it as this two-punch machine.
And
but Heroic read into it fantastically.
With MP9s either.
Yeah.
Now, it's not even MP9s. It's not even Deagles across the board. It's just one Deagle, there's a CZ, and Heroic, they're ready to exploit the hell out of this. Godsent, if there's anything that'll really be punching their confidence in the gut, it'll be a map against Heroic where they are doing this on the terrorist side. Nico starts off very nicely. Will take apart Stico, and Zen should be next to fall. He's already been tagged up very heavily as he retreats backwards. Heroic and company. Well, Michael, there's very little that Godsent can do to bring them back over here. It's such a difficult game to come back to, and this one last round that they'll have in the next one, this one last gun round, that's what seals their fate for the entire game, or so it seems.
Yeah, they'll still be able to get one more buy-in, but a 9th round for Heroic is, like you said, maybe a little bit too much of a task when they end up on the second half.
No, I mean, the next round is their last gun round. I mean, otherwise it's just 11-4.
Gotcha.
And even that, dude, money's horrible.
Yeah.
There's no up.
We have been praising Farlick for his rifle as of late.
Yeah, we have.
We'd much prefer him on the AWP, especially on CT side, but we have been praising his rifle. Yeah. Well, they're definitely going to need that praise to show some substance.
Really? Is that all it takes? I believe in you, Godsent. You're amazing. Are they going to win the round now? Let's see. Let's see. Michael said it, guys.
Basically me in chat when I'm watching CS games.
Yeah. It's a Tinkerbell effect. Just clap really hard and hopefully they'll be the ones to clap their opponents. Nico, because that's what Tinkerbell did, yeah, clap their opponents. Martin has already been tagged up, but Borup and company, they've been given free control over ramp, and with a Molotov and flashbang being there, Farlig has to retreat as well. Zen's fallen, and that's a huge kill. He was trying to get tricky from Secret, but Nico, this time, he gets the better of him.
Oh, a couple 1-for-1 exchanges, but Heroic still having the man advantage.
Slow peeks forward, and 10th round on the board for Heroic. They are dismantling them, and Godsent, they've just had their wings plucked and they're no longer quite Tinkerbell.
And it has to be a scrappy buy for the last round of the half. Godsent, can you at least get 5? Because that 11-4 scoreline is looking oh so tantalizing for Heroic. A little bit more outside control. This time, slightly different. I think it was supposed to be a smoke towards main. Yeah, I don't think that's quite where they intended it.
Borup, though, he's already had Nico take down Zen. That's been a duel going the other way for quite a while now. And Nico, he's been coming alive with a few kills here and there. Seems like pretty much all of Heroic have. Stan's had his moments. Nico's had his moments. I guess Tessus and Kaden are the only one who haven't really been lights out. But you don't really need to be lights out when the rest of your team's doing as well as they are. Martin, the 10-14 in hand. Waiting to see what he can really find. No one's pushing into him, though. Heroic are so cautious, and Martin's forced to make the move, but he's good for the kill. Stico has the one across the map, and suddenly things are possible. Martin, though, traded away. Tessus, I said he hasn't had a chance to shine, but maybe it's his time to turn off the sun. Stico, wait for them to come in. Deagle at the ready. They're checking the angle, but it's not good enough. Stico, so fantastic on the Deagle, and he's done it all. 5th round secured, courtesy of the man himself, now on top of the scoreboard.
I love that you can tell just by the positions that people are holding, just what they're about to do. Was a bit surprised by the Martin one swing with the AK to be so successful in the duel. But you saw Stico get in that position. It was going to be a hard one to clear for Heroic. So they do muster together 5. Now moving into the second half, of course, Heroic have a significant advantage. A lot more hinging on this pistol as you would typically expect. We'll see if they can get it over the line. A couple of flashes here for Godsent, a smoke as well. Heroic already making a fast rotation down the vents as they have nobody really peering for outside control. Borup's only periodically peering in for it. And that smoke will begin to give up what some of the plan is.
Well, Caden's position was good, but he lets go of it a bit too early, perhaps expecting them to face into him. It's down. Tagged up just a little bit early on, but he will be finished by Stico, the one who stole away the previous. 5v4, Nico and Ooh, actually, Godsent. They've thrown a little bit of an interesting state of affairs. Borup will fall as well. Suddenly, this becomes a nearly impossible retake without a kit or a flashbang. Farlig is ready to take over Secret. There's no way the player gets past him, and with the P250 missing a few shots, it got dicey, but even so, Farlig good for the kill, and now Kaden has to deal.
Yeah, he moves away from one P250 straight to another. Zen ultimately finding that frag. I'll test this if he gets away with full, healthy armor. It bodes well, because you expect Heroic to buy up in that second round. Does he actually get checked? Okay, Tess is actually finding the kill. Jumping Crystal. He could have converted the teammates, but Tessus is making this a little bit more dangerous. Just in terms of limiting the upgradability of that armor for the T side, it does have its economic implications.
Yeah. Also, he can just drop over a Scout as well, because he already has Scout Plus. So a Deagle on him. Scout dropped over. Utilities now have with the $600 extra. That's actually quite important because Caden and his Scout can sometimes come alive. And it's not quite Circin, it's not quite Chris J, but hey. Still can't make it work.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Molly from a CT side to deny the smoke? That's a very expensive luxury to be using when you're on a 4-spy round.
Hey, but a big gap in a wall of smokes could be all you need. Kaden firing off a couple shots with the Scout. They're wrapping quickly for Nico. Down and Borup there to trade things out, but ultimately collapsed on. Too much firepower for Godsent, and they're cut out from the site. So Kaden, quick goal to save. Tessus as well will join him shortly. Good couple rounds in a row here for Godsent.
That got very dangerous for a second, though. Borup could have really done a lot more damage. He flails about too much with the Deagle, unfortunately can't quite pluck players out of thin air like Stico did earlier, but Godsent definitely playing with fire. Heroic will concede the 7th round to Godsent of ahead. Godsent, fantastic set of affairs from the pistol run and the anti-4-spy, so could be the makings of a comeback, but we'll still have to hold our horses for the first gun round at least.
I will say Godsent look a lot more composed, playing far more together when they're taking outside control. Sometimes we do see them default for the early period, then commit to something later, but then you'll have these lingering presences towards lobby or ramp that aren't really a part of any real collapse. I'm sure that is important to make sure that there's no CT side reaction, but it seems to be a lot more well-timed here from Godsent. See if that keeps up throughout the remainder of the half. Zen only on a P250. Expect him to dart and dive about, but he's got the bomb, so maybe dissuaded from doing so.
Where does that nade go to is a big question for me. Well, I'm sure we'll have it answered soon enough. Down and company all playing around the lobby. Farlig takes the elevator up to the second floor, well, first floor, I guess, if you're European. And he'll wait for that. Elevated floors always confuse me whenever I went to Europe. This is like, okay, why do you have to call it a ground floor, guys? But no, it's all good. Done. 10 to 7, and in they go. Martin gets the first. Farley connects with the second. Easy enough frags for them, and it will just be the quickest cleanup we've ever seen. Borup can't find anything either, despite there being a few low players, and that'll be that 8th round on the board for Godsent.
Yeah, we see a spam as well through towards the hut position. Of course, clearing out the Tetris or triple box makes things a whole lot easier, especially when they don't have armor. Like you said, the full buy. Katie now on the AWP, we know how influential he can be, and he takes a lot of ownership on the CT sides as well, being very proactive. I will say, though, in the Godsent default, I see teams do this all the time. It's just a pet peeve of mine, but moving up the ladder in lobby is such a dangerous timing to open yourself up to. If you're going to go on that elevated angle, just do it from up high instead.
Well, I mean, there are pros for it, I suppose, but it's absolutely a place where you can get caught off easily. It's generally nice just to have someone watching over the angle, so at least it's a one-for-one trade at worst. But yeah, heroic utilities low. They'll have to rely on firepower, and Borup's good for it's down as well with a quick kill. Borup still preventing them from getting into Squeaky Door as he peeks forward, and he knows that they've turned around and gone back to ramp where there is yet another player lying in wait. Nico, such a threat continually, and he will continue to do just that. Sprays them down, and with Cadian's assistance, finishes a perfect round on Heroic's board. All 5 players kept alive. All of them went for AUGs. They went for M4s. They went for an AWP. So not even an MP9 save forward, and now they get full utility. Beautiful stuff from Heroic.
Did we see ever a clean round from Godsent where everybody stayed alive? I don't think
eco.
so.
Not the eco, the first pistol round. On the T side, they kept 5 players alive.
Well, that hardly counts. Well, no, they died to Tessus.
No.
Oh, no, that was second
oh,
pistol.
that was after.
Yeah. Well, either way.
They did actually lose players. Never mind. They won the round, but like by the time it finished, the last guy got a few kills. Yeah, you're right.
Eric, looking good. That economic benefit that comes with keeping everybody alive. Gonna create that little buffer. I like the smoke here from Godsent, though. Nico denied information as they do set themselves up on the side low. They're looking to take some main control. Seems like Stown pushing past the smoke does catch Madden off guard, and he's able to escape as a result of the smoke as well.
Well, Nico! Oh no, Nico. Dear. Doesn't quite turn around in time. I think he's playing on 4-3. Otherwise, would have definitely seen the player out of the corner of his eye. But 3 versus 4 as a result of that, and although Crystal is low, he still can stay in the back and see what he can find. Zen, good for 1, going for more, but doesn't expect the angle from Stown. And now it's just him and Cadian. Cadian playing from inside the lobby. The bomb is on the other side of that wall. Steeko proceeds forward and he's cut off Cadian's head. With that, it's a 1v1 and Stown is incredibly low. He has to go for the ace clutch if he wants to win this. And even there, honestly, could just save the AWP and I wouldn't hate him for it.
He is here quickly, though. Oh, the spam.
Oh! This could go either way so easily. Steeko walking around the smoke, and in the reload, Stown is cut off. Oh dear. It always is that pesky reload. Gives away such a big sound cue as well. Steeko wouldn't feel confident.
Yeah, not only that as well, he's just